So we're going to tell you the story with Richard of what took place from his own mouth and his own words. I was going to have things on the screen, but you know what? We've got somebody here live to share.
Live and living only because of this.
Well,
Richard's just got a brand new kidney transplant, so he has when right before COVID,
right.
like in February before COVID-19, before the world shut down, he got a brand new kidney, and we were all wearing masks before that because of him. And everything was good. We took off the mask. Everything was great. And I was doing the bioscanner and the bio stuff. And we went on vacation. We came back. Everything was great. And our little niece, who didn't show any responses of COVID or anything, came over and gave us COVID. He got it, and he got really, really sick. We thought he couldn't breathe, he couldn't go because he's on immune suppressants from the kidney.
Which was a year before.
Was it the year before? So the next year, I called Celine. I said, Celine, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm scanning him. I see he's got COVID and he can't breathe. He can't pick up his head. Pneumonia, everything. And we worked through the night after night. I would call her in 3 a.m. and she would answer. Who does that? She would answer. She answered, and we blew it out of him. The only reason he is standing here today is because of her. That teaching me how to do it, and her helping all the way, all of the healing modalities that she's taught me is the only reason my husband is here today, because we took him to Cedars-Sinai to check in the hospital. You know, his fever got to 103. We took him to the hospital at Cedars-Sinai, best in the world. Anyway, we took him to the hospital, and they took all his hydrochloroquine, they took all his vitamin C, they took all his vitamins away, and they said they're going to put him on this. And we're like, and he couldn't even breathe. But anyway, as soon as we realized his kidney transplant was stable and working perfect, I'm like, get out of there. I can do better at home. And he got out of there. Is it because we want to make sure the kidney was okay by their terms and my terms too. I needed to know that. And as soon as we got him home, he was flatlining.
Well, I could barely walk around the bed without
breathe.
taking a breath. I was that bad. I mean, I took a walk 5 steps. I couldn't even breathe. I was like, and I couldn't even breathe. I lost my kidney. I had a kidney transplant, but before that, I prayed. I said, Lord, I either want a new kidney or I want the alternative. I don't want to do dialysis. I was only on dialysis for 3.5 months. And then all of a sudden, one day, Timmy and her sister were down in Long Beach, and I tried to call her, and I got a little panic attack. I went through this whole spiral, and I felt like I went from a hurricane to a tornado to a typhoon. I was spinning so bad, I couldn't get out of it, and I didn't realize that I was having a panic attack, obviously. So I went through this whole thing, and then all of a sudden I came back, and I prayed. I said, Lord, I either want a new kidney or I want the alternative. And 3 days later, we get a phone call from Cedar saying, we have a kidney for you. After they said it was going to be 3 to 5 years, it was 3.5 weeks. So the Lord just blessed me with that.
Years, but not us.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden, I went through that. And then a year later, we went through the COVID, and that's when Celine stepped in. And I was sitting there aspirating and couldn't breathe. And all of a sudden, within weeks, I had 3 weeks of really bad. But the last week, I felt a little better, and I felt the transition from what was happening, and I couldn't explain it. You know, I didn't know. I thought like, well, it's just healing, but it wasn't healing. It was the healing that they gave me, and I truly believe that because I felt that healing. I felt the transition, and I got better and better and better. Finally, I got off the oxygen. I got off everything. Luckily, Kimmy had everything at home, and with Celine's help. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's true. I would hear Timmy in the background and talking to somebody, you know, like, and I was sitting on the couch because I couldn't lay on the bed because I couldn't be vertical. I had a horizontal, rather. I had to be more upright. So it was just amazing. I go, he goes, Slane's helping us. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. And sure enough,
it is
after,
okay. Look at you now.
Yeah, and now I'm back in the gym working out. I'm the best shape of my life. And I give it all to you. I give it all to you and your healing.
I'm just a little mirror of her, but it's her.
We simply facilitate your healing, your own miraculous brain and body to heal, and we all have that capability. We all do. So,
Amen.
let's.